What's up, everybody? Matt Inman Reviews here, and we're going to be talking about That Awkward Moment. And That Awkward Moment is a romantic comedy from a dude's point of view, starring Zac Efron, Michael B. Jordan, and Miles Teller. And all these guys are having these relationship problems at different states. Michael B. Jordan is going through a divorce, and Zac Efron is really good with the ladies but doesn't want a relationship, and Miles Teller is Miles Teller. He does his thing. He's the friend that's always really funny. And I would say the comic relief, but this film is a comedy in of itself, hence romantic comedy. And it was not a bad movie. I found myself presently surprised that there was a pretty good movie that came out this early in the year, hence February. But this movie has its good parts and it has its downfalls as well. The greatest part about this movie is the cast. The cast is really good. They fit their roles well. Michael B. Jordan is good in this movie, while I think he is a bit miscast being in this romantic comedy after his last year's movie, Fruitvale Station. But everyone has the freedom to experiment in terms of movies. Zac Efron was okay, and Miles Teller is Miles Teller. He's good in just about anything he does, even if he does play basically the same thing. He does well at that. And their back and forth is the best part of the whole movie, because at points it's witty, but it's also where it's a little raunchy, and I have a soft spot for raunchy comedy because I like movies like American Pie, but sometimes the jokes felt like they were trying a little too hard to be raunchy at some points, because this is a dude's comedy movie, but it doesn't feel that way, so those jokes felt a little out of place. But overall, their back and forth is really what kept me sitting through this movie and munching on the popcorn and drinking my soda and watching this story unfold. Now, that's another thing. The story, while I didn't mind watching the story unfold, it was pretty entertaining to watch it. I knew exactly when and where everything was going to happen, you know? It was the cliche-ridden romantic comedy story, just with dudes instead of girls, you know? That's how it was, and it took a little bit of the entertainment value out of the movie, so the story was also a plus in terms of it was okay to watch, and it was entertaining to watch everything fall and come back and redeem itself and all that, but it was also a downside because there were no surprises. And then the ending happens, and the ending really was a punch in the face, kind of, as a viewer, because it was an unforgivable ending. It really was. The ending was this movie's kind of fall from grace from being something that I would probably watch again if it was on the TV or something. I wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't go out and be like, hey, I saw that movie, and pick it up off the shelves. But if it was on TV, I'd watch it again. But the ending almost makes me regret thinking that while I was watching the movie, because, well, you'll have to really watch the ending for yourself, because it has that really stupid thing that I hate, the slow clap, that I was like, really? You're gonna go that route at the ending of this, whenever I was really liking this movie? I digress, though. If you're looking for an okay time at the movies, and you really just, if you want a date movie, that's better to say, if you want a date movie that you don't want to, like, take pencils to your eyes and put really sharp objects in your ears the whole time, then this is the way to go. You won't hate yourself watching this movie, while you might not exactly have the greatest date night of your life. So, with that, I will give this a 6.5, mainly because of the cliche-ridden story and that god-awful ending. But that is all the time I have for now. That's been my review of That Awkward Moment, and if you've seen That Awkward Moment, what did you think about it? Anyway, leave a comment, like, share, subscribe, This is Madam in Reviews, and signing off.